Hey, y'all, and welcome to our podcast. Is This How It Ends? My name is Nels,
I'm so.
and we here, y'all. So, anyway, we didn't do this on purpose with the matching dark lips, but we just mind meld.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so let's get into a normal, not so normal ish. Child. All right. I like to call this story Shannon and Not So Sharp.
Oh God.
Yeah, I can't. This is not normal at all. So
Ah,
that's why it's not so normal-ish. Okay, like
mm.
question mark. All right. So Shannon Sharpe, a former NFL star and ESPN commentator, is currently facing a $50 million lawsuit filed in Clark County, Nevada, by a woman identified as Gabriella Zuniga, who initially used the pseudonym Jane Doe. The lawsuit alleges that Sharp engaged in sexual battery and intentional infliction of emotional distress during their relationship, which began in 2023 when Zuniga was 19 years old.
Mm.
19 years old.
She's legal though. So
Yeah, she claims that Sharp sexually assaulted her on multiple occasions, including incidents in October 2024 and January 2025, and that he recorded and distributed sexual activity without her consent.
wow.
Yeah. It's worse, girl. All right. So he denies the allegations, describing them as a shakedown and asserting that the relationship was entirely consensual. His attorney, Lanny J. Davis, stated that Sharp had previously offered Zuniga $10 million to settle the matter, which she declined. That's right, sis. Get your money. Sorry, I'm supposed to be in my reporter mode. In response to the lawsuit, Sharp released explicit text messages purportedly exchanged between him and Zuniga, aiming to demonstrate the consensual nature of their interactions. However, Zuniga's attorney, Tony Busby, remember that name from the Diddy and Jay-Z, he's that same
Why
little.
why is he always popping up?
He's an ambulance chaser, man.
Mm-mm.
We need to check. Did he really pass the bar? We need to check his credentials. He released an audio recording in which Sharp allegedly threatens her, saying, "If you say that word one more time, I'm gonna effing choke the S out of you when I see you." Yeah. So he's had to step away from ESPN. He's a host. I know he has a podcast called Club Shay Shay, which is wildly popular. So yeah, Shannon, not so sharp. Now this is all bad. This is all bad. But here's where it gets even worse. They apparently engaged in race play in their sexual interactions.
You know what? Whatever you do in the bedroom, that's your business. But just be careful who you're doing it with because it comes to light.
How does this work? Okay, just you've seen Roots. You've seen Roots, right? We all know Roots. Like, how does this work? Shannon already sounds like he's just fresh off the plantation already. Okay, it's giving bassa. So was Gabriella playing like Mizzy Ant? She don't even know. She don't even know any Roots references, right? So was it like? Mizzy Ann, I'm so sorry I took the extra piece of fat back from the big house. And Gabriella's like, well, Shannon, you have to be punished. And he's like, Mizzy Ann, please don't punish me. You have two choices. Now, this is a Roots reference, y'all. It's either your foot or your member. No, Mizzy Ann, you can't take my member. You can't take it. Well, then I'm going to have to touch it before we decide not to take it.
Oh my God.
Cue the music.
Oh my
Is
God,
that what the
Janelle.
race play happened? Sorry, this is what goes in my head. This is why I live alone. No one told you to do this. You have all the options in the world. 19, 19. Come on. Like, y'all make it too easy.
They do make it easy, and that's what they want, right? They want the young, and then they're like, it's pay to play, okay?
Yeah, this is
Like I'm out here for the money, like
it's just like, what kind of mind frame do you have to? I work with college students and I don't even want to talk to them, let alone like, it's just,
Yeah.
it's really gross. That's what he gets because
Like
he has,
I can't feel bad for, like, I sometimes I
no,
just I
don't feel
can't
bad
feel
for
bad
him.
for them
Here's why,
because
okay? So he has a history of just saying disparaging things about Black women and
oh, I
just
didn't
being
know that.
disrespectful towards Black women. Yes. And so there's this whole thing about how he talks to Black women and all this other stuff. So, you
That
know,
is a self-hating Negro, okay? That is what you
self
call a
hater,
self-hating.
okay? Self hater. Harry would have left him right at the entrance of the Underground Railroad. Bitch, you cannot come. Don't swipe your Metro card. This bitch rejected. Oof, disgusting. Absolutely
Ugh.
disgusting. Shannon, I don't know what to say. Go with God. I hope that young woman gets all your money, all $50 million. I hope she gets more than that. That's what your dumbass gets. Then have the nerve to compare it to Tracy Ellis Ross, who she did an interview. I think it was with the Michelle Obama podcast. I could be wrong, but she did an interview saying how she dates younger men because men in her age range, they're very set in their ways. And
Mm.
so they were trying to compare her to Shannon Sharpe because
What? Why
she's
do we always have to bring a Black woman down along with this garbage? Like, let him
yes,
go down on his own. Like, we don't need to
yes.
leave us out of this.
She said younger. She did not say 19. Stop. Leave us out the chat. You always want to bring
Mhm.
us in when stuff goes awry. Nope, nope, nope. We're minding our
Yeah,
business.
well, look what they didn't know. Don't worry about what we did.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it for Shannon Not So Sharp. So for our next story, I want to call this Have a Baby by Me and Be a Thousandaire. You know that song, Have a Baby by Me and Be a
Yeah, I know
Million?
that song. Yeah.
Yes, yes. That's Neo and 50 Cent. Recently, President Donald Trump has proposed a series of pronatalist policies aimed at reversing the declining US birth rate, which reached a historical low of fewer than 3.6 million births in 2023. Central to this initiative is a proposed, hold on to your seats, y'all, $5,000 baby bonus for new mothers intended to incentivize childbirth. Additional measures under consideration include reserving 30% of Fulbright scholarships for married individuals or parents and implementing government funded menstrual education programs to help women better understand their fertility cycles.
Give me childcare for free, and then I will consider it.
$5,000. So, if you a parent, you got two.
That's
What
like
do
that
those
that'll
$5,000 do for you?
that's like 2 months of maybe daycare expenses. Like that
$5.
does nothing for me. Like people ask him, like, can you bring down the cost of childcare? And he went all the way around and said nothing. If they're really serious about this, give women free childcare or pay us to stay home.
Yeah.
There are options. Like I hate this. Let me go on this rant real quick.
Let it
There
cook.
there was this healthcare company. I'm not going to say the name, but women that work there, they wanted more maternity leave, right? They wanted like at least 6 months. And they're like, we got something better for you. How about you bring your baby into work for the first 6 months? Who wants that? You think I want to? Do you know
What
what it's
in the
like traveling with
hell?
a kid? First of all, I am a mom, but if I am in a meeting and somebody with their baby is in there, that is distracting and that's going to be annoying.
What in the hell? So you gonna like, oh, let me just hold on for the Zoom. Let me pause while I go,
Yes.
the baby, burp the baby. What in the hell?
Like they give you everything but what you want. They know exactly what we need. They know exactly what we're asking for, but they're like, no, you don't want that. You want $5,000.
That's trinkets.
That
$5,000?
is trinkets. That's like the first maybe like 3 months of the baby's life. Are you kidding me? Go kick rocks, all of y'all. These are
So,
men making these decisions. That's what it is.
so I don't understand. I'm not the brightest bulb in the shed, okay? And this is from a very, very single, childless woman, okay? Oh, actually, child free. There's a difference. Child free woman, okay? there's a problem with the birth rates, right? Like there's a problem, right? Men and women have to get together to make the babies, right? Men are very unappealing right now in every single way. I'm talking about education wise, legislative wise, looks wise. They're not appealing. And then instead of the things that helped women, the things that helped other people, marginalized people, just get their foot in the door, you repeal those. So now, like, what do you expect? Yeah. We're not getting with the men. You want us to have these babies, and then the place where we could go to like support ourselves, you're taking those things away too. This doesn't make sense. This does not make sense at all.
No, and I think they're gaslighting us. They're like, we're doing stuff for women. You're not.
You're
like,
not.
We know what the problem is. Don't give us solutions that don't address that. At least South Korea is giving like 3 times as much.
Yes, 15.
It's still not enough, but at least
they tried. I mean, just
first of all, laughable. All that money that Doge is saving, we could get free childcare. Okay, they claim they're saving all this money. Childcare is a huge issue.
Yes,
childcare
is the cost of like tuition.
It is the cost of tuition, depending on where you live and if you want something that's quality. He's just playing in our faces. That's really what it is. It is disrespectful.
You can't tell people to make kids when we're in a housing crisis, where people are sleeping in their cars and people are spending years trying to find a job. Yes. When you buy 5 items of groceries and it's $150, what is the incentive to have kids?
Yes, you just fired a whole bunch of people. They don't want to have no kids.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? In this economy? No.
Yeah, this is insane. No. Yeah. He expressed a strong support for these initiatives, stating, "It sounds like a good idea to me." When discussing $5,000 incentives for new mothers, he's also referred to himself as the fertilization president during Women's History Month celebration, highlighting his commitment to increasing the nation's birth rate.
Did you see that there was this thing that came out where Musk slid into this woman's DM and was like, "Do you want to have a baby by me?"
He was like, "Have a baby by me, maybe, and be a millionaire." I don't play no games.
Oh my God, I wish let me see if I can find it real quick. Hold on. On April 15th, the Wall Street Journal published an article alleging that the SpaceX founder once asked influencer Tiffany Fung if she was interested in conceiving children with him, though the two had never met. Days later, Fung, 31, took to X to respond to the piece and deny any claims that she spoke to the outlet.
Wow. Really, Elon? Just rolling up in the DMs? How many kids does Elon have?
He has too much. He has
like
too much.
8 or 10 or something?
He's paying women a lot of money to have baby for him.
Do the women actually have to sleep with him?
I mean, maybe it's the Michael Jackson type of conceiving,
Maybe. You know.
Michael wasn't touching no woman. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know his business.
Girl, we know, okay? About blanket looks like me. Absolutely not. Bleached blanket. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
Yeah, just to finish this off. So in addition to the $5,000 that they're going to make it rain in the delivery room, they're also talking about expanding access to in vitro fertilization and reducing the costs.
Didn't they shut it down?
Right? Okay, was it? Okay, I thought it was just me. Because this whole election, they were attacking IVF, right?
Yes, they were. Because a lot of times you fertilize a whole bunch of them, not all of them make it. So, the pro-life people is like, we can't be doing that. Wow. I don't know who, the people running this country.
So this doesn't seem real. This does not seem real at all.
No.
So y'all, that's it for normal, not so
Ain't
normal.
nothing normal about this shit. Like nothing. We are living in like bizarro world. What is that from Seinfeld? We are living in bizarro world. This is not.
This is definitely bizarro world.
Someone said like in 2012 something happened that like caused a shift. So like our timeline just went like this, and now we're living in this weird space.
Yeah, it's like the choose your own adventure books, but all the adventures suck. That's
Just want to go back. There's no option to go back though. You just got to see it through.
Oh gosh, like I'll say this and move on. The things that my head could imagine, like I would have never thought this government would be this bad. It's such a joke. It's such a joke.
No, I knew it was going to be this bad. Actually, no, I didn't. I knew it was going to be bad. I didn't imagine this bad. Like this has surpassed my expectation on like all levels in the worst way possible.
Oh my goodness. Oh man.
Yeah. If you don't laugh, you cry.
Shout out to that guy that I almost dated who voted for Trump. I made the best decision ever.
The best.
All right. So
we're gonna keep talking about men and plastic surgery. So, whenever we think about plastic surgery, we mostly think about all the stuff that women do, right? The BBLs, the Botox, the lip fillers, but men are right there too. We talked about, what is it? BBL drizzy.
Yes. Yes.
So men are out here doing this too, but the fastest growing trend is penis fillers. Have you heard about this?
No.
You have not heard about penis fillers. So that's the latest trend. I'm a little late because this article that I was reading from came out, I think, earlier this year in February. There's this nurse in New York. He's known as Injector Chris. First of all, this is so wild. Like, I'm not letting a man who goes by Injector Chris, that's not with my privates, but these men, they're like,
absolutely not. That's not so professional at all.
It's like Titty Tanisha for your boob job. Like, no. But Injector Chris has performed so many filler treatments that he's actually lost count. And the goal is it's to increase girth, so to make it thicker using hydraulic acid and radii filler. I don't know what those are, but it's those go in your penis.
If you can't pronounce it, it shouldn't go in your penis.
Right. No. And the way it works, first of all, you have to be fully hard, and then you get numbed internally and externally, and they do these injections. It's like small entry points, and they carefully inject the fillers along the sides of the penis to create an even natural looking result, because it's got to look natural. For each treatment, it uses around 15 syringes of filler, and it's not unusual for someone with a longer penis to need 20. I was reading this article on BuzzFeed. There was one patient that Injector Chris treated. He measured about 3.75 inches in girth when soft and 5.5 when hard, which they're saying is above average. But after they did this procedure, he gained 3/4 of an inch in both states, making his new measurements 4.5 inches soft and 6.5 inches hard. So that's penis fillers. But there's also something called scrofill where men get...
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Scrofill? That sounds awful.
So they get filler injected into the scrotum to enhance size and weight. This one is longer lasting. It lasts about 3 years compared to the penis filler, which can last from 6 months to 2 years, depending on the person. And these people do this stuff like all the time, right? And it can cost, I think this guy that I mentioned, his procedure cost him like $31,000.
Oh.
So this is expensive. But back to the scrofill, Janelle, do you ever look at, I don't know, like when you ever look at a guy's package and think, that's a very nice scrotum. It's very...
No, I mean, there's certain things you notice is a little lopsided,
right?
Or if it's like big, big ass balls, but like the it's too big, the ball to meat ratio.
Oh my God. I feel like a kid.
Maybe, but no, I don't think. Oh, look at that sexy, full,
I know.
symmetrical scrotum.
Oh my God. Imagine being that girlfriend or the wife and your person does this and you're like, you spent 31,000 on what?
She
I wish I'd
probably
had.
she probably wouldn't even notice unless she, did a little teabag action. It's like, oh, my mouth is full of.
It's a little,
It's just like, I guess.
it's more of a mouthfeel this time. Or a mouthful. Oh my God, we're such kids.
We're not adults. We're not
We're
adults.
not.
I think we need to ask like gay men how they view the scrotum, because we don't know if these men are straight. That we don't know about. Like a scrot spectrum we don't know about.
I don't know, but this is so bizarre to me. Women, when we do boob jobs, obviously it's gonna get like it gets attention, right? But we'll get into that later. But people doing this are in their 30s to 50s, and they of course have very high income jobs, right? Finance, tech. I can see a lot of tech guys, like someone like a Musk doing this shit. So they have disposable income. So important details: it does not affect sensitivity. It doesn't change erection quality. So this is purely for aesthetics. That's all it is. But I was like, I'm like, I want to know, like, what else are men having done? So I went into a little
The
deep
shin.
dive. Yes, the shin, but they're also doing like Scrotox, which is who comes up with
There's
these
a
names?
lot in this area.
It's Botox for the scrotum, so it's fewer wrinkles and it's more presentable. So you can make it bigger and more presentable.
Oh my goodness. Now I have to look back in my mental Rolodex. I don't even take account of the scrotums I've seen. I don't compare. Oh my goodness.
Girl,
Now
I think that you will never look at another one the same again. You're like,
girl, I'm be looking.
I don't know, but so they do the jawline and the chin, of course, liposuction. There's the cool sculpting, non-surgical body contouring, the calf and the pec. They do pec. I didn't know they do pec implants.
They do pec implants.
That's so crazy. And this one is also insane though. They do leg lengthening surgery, which pretty much it breaks the bones to stretch it and add 2 to 6 inches of height over several months. It's very expensive. It could be like it's like $100,000 or more, and it's super risky.
And I heard it's really painful. I've heard.
So
I mean,
painful.
short kings, there's short men out there that get women. I don't understand that. Don't blame it on your height. Blame it on your personality.
Exactly. This is a serious matter, right? Well, sometimes this could be tied into
body dysmorphia.
Yeah, body dysmorphia. Yeah, like they're fixated on like the size, in reality, like sometimes women don't really notice it, or men maybe. I don't know about gay men, if they notice stuff like that, but
I'm gonna ask.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you.
But yeah, oh my God, this is absolutely the most childish.
Look, I mean, they also have like the man weaves, it's not surgery, but the whole man weave unit things.
Yeah, but you can go to Egypt and they do actual surgery.
Oh,
and
so
it's super real.
I
mean, women do it all the time. Like,
if you want
we can't judge
your confidence, and at least it's some effort, because some of these men out here won't even wash their ass.
Now, who do you know? Oh my God.
I'm not going to reveal no names.
Jesus.
But I know for sure there's some men out there that don't wash their ass, okay, and think they deserve an Instagram baddie. Yes.
It's the expectation that men could look anyway and get whoever they want, but not women. Once you're past like 25.
Look, I'm here for the men improving on their looks, because the personality sucks sometimes. Yeah. So good on that.
Yeah. But that's it. That's all I wanted to.
Man, so now, I mean, my world has changed. I'm gonna be
We're
Look
gonna
at
be
my
side
scrot.
eyeing all of
Look at
them.
the scrot now.
Yeah, but you know that I mean, unless I don't know, unless you dating in certain income brackets, chances are they're not gonna have any of that shit.
Yeah, Marquise ain't getting no.
You never know.
On Klarna, it's the same. All right.
Let's pivot now to our conspiracy segment. So we haven't done this one in a while. So it's conspiracy theory or no. So I'm gonna read it, Janelle, and you're gonna let me know what you think.
Okay.
In July 1518, in Strasbourg, France, a woman named Fra Trofea, I think I'm saying it correctly. She randomly walks into the street and starts dancing. There's no music, there's no crowd, not even a pole or a cash prize. Do you think they make a rain in France back in those days?
Oh, I'm so they did, Sophie.
So this woman randomly goes into the street. She starts dancing. At first, people are like, okay, sis, you okay? But this went on for hours, hours. And then other people started joining in. And by the end of the week, you had like 30 people just dancing. By the end of the month, over 400 people are in the street dancing themselves half to death. Literally, like some drop dead from exhaustion, strokes, and heart attacks. And the town solution, like I was like, what? The town solution, they built a literal stage and hired musicians.
Shaba.
I mean, it's
Absolutely
like
not.
they thought these people just needed to dance it out. Like, so it's medieval sweated out therapies. So medical and religious leaders at the time, they thought it was excessive passions like sadness or guilt or trauma that could physically hurt the body. So they thought maybe dancing until people collapse might have seemed like a good way to purge this. But this just made it worse because, if you're dancing all that much nonstop, there's dehydration, it's exhaustion, cardiac arrest, like just a whole bunch of crap. They thought if these people kept going, it would help out, but it just never did. So true or false?
This sounds like an episode of Black Mirror. I'm just saying.
It does. In 1518.
When I heard it, I was like, this is giving schizophrenia, but I think it's true.
It is true.
Hey, I got it.
Yep. It's called the Dancing Plague of 1518. And no one knows why it happened. They thought it could have been like mass hysteria, which I hate that term, mass hysteria, but I think after 2020, I kind of believe in mass hysteria.
Yeah.
There are several conspiracies about this. My favorite one that I think is actually believable is political manipulation. So some historians think that city leaders might have exaggerated the dancing plague or at least mismanaged it on purpose to distract from bigger problems.
That sounds like our government, man.
Yeah, girl. So yeah, at the time it was struggling with famine, disease, and political instability. And people were pissed. So leaders probably leaned into the dancing panic to just redirect some of that. So a good old bread and circus move. It sounds like our government, right? Like
Yeah, that's
the
pretty
world
much
is burning down. Like shit is burning down. And we're like, oh, let's ban books or let's give women $5,000 to have babies.
all a
So
distraction.
it is. But this got me thinking about these viral TikTok dances. Everywhere you look, like you flip through like viral TikTok dances. I'm around a lot of kids because of volleyball. Like every break they get, it's like TikTok dances. Like, do you not have anything better to do? But I guess they don't. But I will say I hate these dances. I hate these trends so much. Electric slide is cool. It's the OG. I'm okay with that. But everything else, I hate it. Like every song needs a dance, and it's just like everyone does it. Like, don't pull me into choreography at my age, okay?
Absolutely not. And a lot of times the
Yeah.
baby's doing all this with the hands. We had the Macarena, okay? I don't need to be doing all of this, all right? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I must be on middle-aged TikTok, okay? Because I don't see dancers like that. And
I I guess because I have a kid,
Mm-hmm.
I see it a lot. But even I mean the whole like the Beyonce's thing had a dance to it.
Oh yeah, that was
That
annoying.
yeah, like that make me sweat had a dance to it.
Oh, Tyler.
Yeah, so her thing had to dance to it. I just find it weird how like we fixate on the same things at the same time.
It's
Like
mind control.
it is mind control, and it reminds me of They Clone Tyrone, where like they used music as a form of mind control.
Mm-hmm.
I think dance is the same thing. I think dance is also another one of those like let's feed them some crumbs so they could distract them from like other shit. I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
but
Well, you know the popular dance now. First of all these line dances that middle-aged black lady TikTok does, I can't keep up. It's too many steps. I can't do it. But now it's that boots on the ground with the fan. I got my boots on the
can I
ground.
tell you, when I saw that, I'm like, oh my God, I'm a curmudgeon right now because it pissed me off. Like, this is so dumb. This is like the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
I think it's cute. I
What's
think
the
it's
purpose?
cute.
Like, why? Like, what is the point?
I mean, look, if anybody deserves a little happiness, it's black folk. Let them have
But
their boots
like
on that.
that, like they just like throw like it's just so simple. Like I'm just gonna throw a dance at you every other month, and then you're just gonna fixate on it, and that's all you're gonna do. To me, that's a little disturbing.
Look,
I guess it's anything that goes viral. I'm always disturbed by it. Like I want to do like research into like
what makes
what
viral?
makes something go viral, because sometimes you see it's something so basic.
Well, we're beyond basic and we need to go viral. So if we go viral, it's for a good reason.
It is for a good reason because we're good. I
That's
know.
right. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. But yeah. I don't know. That fan dance really pissed me off. And that's why I'm like, I am an old woman.
I kind of like it,
I
but
need a
it's just
rocking
like,
chair
oh.
and a porch so I could just rock.
I just can't. There's too many dances now. I just can't get into it. Okay. And I'm not going to lie. I mean, I might go to see Beyonce, Cowboy Carter. I hear tickets are $50. Okay. So I'm going to go check it out.
That's crazy. It's a recession, y'all. $50 for Beyonce.
Yeah, man. I might do that. We'll see.
But that's it for me in the
Yes.
dancing
That was
game.
a good one.
It was this podcast that I was listening to called Patterns Tell Stories, and they were
Mm,
talking about it. But their story was tied to like alien stuff.
mhm.
But I was like, I'm like, is this actually real? So I went and I looked into it. I was like, oh, this was actually something that happened in
Yeah,
real life. It's
I
like,
believe
oh,
it.
okay.
I believe it.
This world is strange.
It is strange.
It is so strange.
So, all right, now it's time for Shady Astrology, where I get in your zodiac's ass. So we're on season
Mm.
2, and I think we went through all of them. And so I noticed a particular pattern. So if we're gonna switch it up a little bit for
Okay.
this season, I noticed a particular pattern. I was saying like, oh, all the zodiac's trash. It's not all of the zodiac. It's the men of the zodiac that are trash. So now I'm just gonna focus on why the men of the zodiac are trash. Yeah, that's where we're going. Yes.
Uh,
Right.
sorry,
So,
fellas. Not
right.
sorry.
Yeah, not at all, but you know how I do. Anyway, so we're in the midst of a Taurus season, you little bulls. Shout outs to the Taurians. So can we just talk about them real quick because they're trash in so many ways. They're stubborn, they're fake I'm so chill, but they're really passive aggressive as hell. They will gaslight you into thinking that you're a dramatic one. Ooh, child, let me not talk about this Taurus because he might be listening
Oh
to.
my God.
I like Taurian men actually, okay? But they will hold a grudge, okay, over something you said in the 2018 Mercury retrograde, okay? They love to pretend that they're loyal, but they only loyal to their comfort zone, okay? Like they're loyal to their favorite hoodie and whatever woman will let them play Dungeons and Dragons or whatever men play. I don't know. A Taurus man will wine and dine you, rub your feet, and make you feel like a goddess, and then ghost you because he had time to think. I'm not gonna.
Donnell Jones.
Do that. Just that. Ooh, that's the sweet little ditty ditty. I
Ooh,
am
when
the
you
big
left
whistle
someone.
boy.
That
Fuck
song
women.
was so wild.
That
It's
is a
like, I
fuck.
like you, but I need to go.
But I want a hoe. I want a hoe around.
Oh.
Woo. Absolutely not. A Gemini told me some stuff like that, but he didn't have the sweet little it. He didn't have the R&B vocals. He was just like, why didn't we work out? And I was like, I don't know. He said, yeah, I just wanted to be a hoe. I was like, yes, you did want to be a hoe, your Gemini ass. Whew. Anyway. Because he needed time to think. Think about what? Whether you are worthy enough of his crusty, emotionally constipated love. In short, dating a Taurus man is like signing up for a 5-star hotel stay only to realize the room service is permanently out of order and nobody's coming to clean up the mess that he left. All right. So don't let Taurian men play in your face. Okay, ladies. Now, I actually like Taurian men for the most part. They're about their money and they're about food. So those are good things.
Two good things. Yes.
Yeah, but that's why Taurus men are trash.
Okay. Poor Taurus
Basura en
men.
español.
Do I know any Taurus men? I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah. Well, that's it for this episode. This is a very interesting episode.
It is. It's like all over the place. Well, it was very like men, like it was men focused.
Very men focused.
There was a theme that tied it all together.
Yes. So if you like the vibe, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, y'all.